Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Manoj Tiwari and I work at School of Water Resources in Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur. I am here to brief about this course which is titled as Wastewater Treatment and Recycling and will be offered as a online certification course through NPTEL. When we say wastewater treatment and recycling, it is obvious that we are going to discuss about the overall management and recycling aspects of the wastewater. Now, traditionally wastewater is either completely untreated or partially treated. Wastewater is often released to our natural water resources, mostly the rivers or at some places even lakes and those kind of water bodies. Now, this creates twofold of problem. At one, it is actually polluting the existing resource. So, the natural or environmental pollution is one aspect of the improper management or improper treatment of the wastewater, while at the same time, since the polluted wastewater, partially treated or untreated wastewater is heading to our, let us say, rivers, it is deteriorating the river water quality, which is subsequently being pumped or being used for the water supply. So, the environmental pollution is one aspect, but then when we are pumping that water, we need to provide higher degree of treatment and there is a higher risk in water supply aspects as well. So, that becomes the another set of problems. Now, both of these problems can be tackled if we do a better management of the wastewater, where we can treat it completely and put it for the recycling. Now, how it is going to help in two ways? At first, since we are not discharging contaminated wastewater into our natural river systems, natural pond or lake systems, so the environmental pollution is decreasing or the quantitative load of pollutants in our natural resources, natural water resources is decreasing. So, we are having a positive impact on that side, as well as if we are able to recycle that water, we are actually fulfilling some of our demands with the recycled wastewater. So, the amount of water that we need to abstract or that we need to withdraw from our natural resources will also decrease, and the sort of quantitative stress will also decrease. So, we are basically decreasing the qualitative as well as both quantitative and qualitative stress on our natural resources by recycling the wastewater. However, for recycling purpose, we need appropriate degree of treatment. There are conventional treatment approaches which has been working over a large period of time, but with the set of emerging contaminants and many different kind of pollutants in the wastewater, it actually at times the conventional treatments are not sufficient to produce water of the reusable quality. So, we will discuss all these aspects in this course, starting the basic introduction like what is the need of wastewater management or wastewater recycling. Then we will discuss the aspects related to the wastewater characterization first, because when we tend to utilize wastewater for treat wastewater, we need to first have an idea of what are the input parameters. So, how we can characterize the wastewater, what are the normal parameters and specific parameters that are used for the characterization of wastewater. So, we will talk about the wastewater sources, its generation, its characterization. Then we will discuss a few concepts onto the natural attenuation of pollutants. So, when wastewater is released, let us say in a river or anywhere, there are some natural processes, there is a self cleansing ability of the natural waters, particularly the flowing waters, which act upon to the pollutant, and some degree of removal is obtained itself. So, we will talk all those aspects as well, and then we will discuss the treatment philosophy in detail, involving all this preliminary treatment, primary treatment, secondary treatment, what are the different options for the treatment, including the biological option, physicochemical options, what are the options for the sludge management, because traditional or conventional wastewater treatment generates significant amount of sludge as well. So, what are the options of the sludge management, and then we will move towards the tertiary or advanced treatment, because for recycling purpose our conventional wastewater treatment does not provide adequate quality of water which can be recycled for specific purpose. For few purposes it is okay. If somebody wants to, let us say, use that in irrigation, so how it can be used, what are the consequences, what are the risk of all those, so that will also be discussed. So, we will discuss all those, then we will discuss some of the current treatment approaches which are generally adopted, which includes your the specific technologies like sequencing batch reactor, MBR, MBBR, and all those specific treatment systems will be discussed, their application, their advantages, disadvantages, concepts, all this thing will also be discussed. And then we will have dedicated discussion on the wastewater recycling aspects, what are the scopes, how much is the demand of wastewater through recycling, how much demand can be met, let us say what are the different type and different sort of stages of recycling. So, all this concept we will be discussing, and further what is the role, because recycling involves the community acceptance as well. So, what are the issues and challenges in the recycling will also be discussed, and eventually we will conclude the course with like the idea of the technology selections, because there are a variety of technologies available. So, which technology could be better for what particular type of application. So, overall the technology selection and the final decision making about the wastewater treatment and recycling. So, all these concepts will be discussed over a period of 12 weeks under this course, and I presume that this course will be useful for the persons working with wastewater management industries, or water sector in general, also the academicians, the students who are interested in this kind of topics. This basically a sort of core part of a UG curriculum for a couple of branches, including civil, environmental, and to some extent even chemical engineering branches. And there are questions in various competitive exams coming from these sections, including like GATE and other ES exams. So, I hope that this way this course is going to be beneficial to for the students, for the teachers and professionals, from the industry personals, and I believe that I will be able to put through the adequate information throughout this course, and I will be able to instill in the participants the knowledge on the recent approaches, trends, technologies available about wastewater treatment and recycling. So, I thank you all for joining, and hope to see your participation in this course. Thank you.